Hey Leos, I hope you guys are doing great. It's Tipsy here to do your love reading for whenever you are led to these messages. We're going to do two spreads. So the first one is going to be for like the super single Leos, the ones who are not dating, not entertaining, not even thinking about anybody. And the second spread will be for everybody else. If you got somebody on your mind, if you got somebody that you've gone out with a couple of times, somebody that you're kind of settled in with, that reading will be for you. But let's jump in for my Leo singles and see if we can pull some oracle cards to see what overall energy is surrounding you all for this reading. And we have exchanging gifts. Let's pull another and see what came out. So we also have don't stop. And we also have opportunity. So Leo singles, this is sounding very intriguing. If you have been thinking about a relationship, it feels as though you are on the right path, that you are moving in that direction. And there seems to be a little bit of a door that's going to open for you. And you are going to have the opportunity to meet someone that you can sort of get to know them, let them get to know you, put your best foot forward, they'll put their best foot forward. But it feels as though there is going to be, with the path that you're currently on right now, that there is going to be a chance meeting for you with someone that is going to sort of allow you to sparkle and see what they have. It's going to be a giving and a receiving of, well, this is who I am and this is what I have to offer. And I have this, and it feels very interesting. Like it's a nice little vetting process. But it's a very exciting energy. It feels like this is something that's going to make you kind of happy. So let's get into some tarot and see what the state is where you currently are on your relationship path. Oh, okay. I didn't see that first one flip out, so we will take both of them. What we have for you is the Knight of Swords in reverse, and we also have the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so right now, Leo, your romantic life is a little bit slow, right? It's a little bit dull. No real offers on the table for you right now. But somehow I think you're okay with that. I don't feel a ton of frustration around it. I think that there are times where you're kind of like, well, damn, I mean, what is the problem? Is there nobody out there? Hello? Like, is this thing on? Mic check. But it's less of an obsessive thought than just one of like, what the hell? But things just say, things are what they are. And things are not popping in your world right now, Leo. So looking at your challenge right now, okay, those flipped over immediately. We have the Four of Wands, and we also have, or the Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands, with the Four of Swords being in reverse. So I think the biggest challenge right now is that you're a little bit restless when it comes to relationships. Like, and it almost feels as though you're a little bit tired, right? This is sort of that weary, wounded warrior who's just like, oh, seriously? All right, let's get this one more go and see what we come up with. So I feel like, that's sort of the challenge is getting things moving, getting things sort of awakened where where love is concerned, and trying not to get out of this energy where it's like, it's okay, right? Where you don't want to get into a place where you're just tired as hell and you just don't want to deal with it anymore. So it's sort of finding that balance between awakening and burnout. So what is it that needs to be accepted or acknowledged right now is that we have the stars. So I think that sometimes because you haven't gotten any what you deem good offers, that things are moving kind of slow, it might seem as though sometimes you think that you might be looking for something that doesn't exist, or that you want too much. And I feel like here Spirit is saying that, nope, it's time to accept your dreams. If there's something that you want, then that's what you keep moving towards. That what you're asking for, what you're looking for is not unreasonable. If it's something that in your heart makes sense for you, then that's pretty much all the justification you need for wanting what it is that you want. So Spirit is saying that, you know what, accept that. Accept your wishes. Accept them as fact. That's it. That's all. What you need to let go in order to move forward. Okay, we're not taking all of that. We are not taking all of those. What you need to let go in order to move forward. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. So what this feels like is that Spirit is saying you need to let go of any restrictions that you may have imposed on yourself. Anything that's keeping you from exploring, anything that's keeping you from being open or moving forward when it comes to opening yourself up to new opportunities. It's time to get out of that headspace. It's time to sort of unlock and unleash is what I just heard. So Leo, it might be time to put yourself out there a little bit. Stop holding back so much. Now, what we have in terms of the best way for you to move forward, we have the 5 of Swords. And let me clarify that a little bit more, because the 5 of Swords is a very sort of aggressive, defensive type of energy. We have Justice and we have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so that's a little bit better. That's a little better, Leo. So what we have is that there is a sort of final judgment that needs to be made, that you want to make sure that you don't move forward in a way that, or I should say not move forward, but stay where you are in a place of stagnancy or worry or anything like that. This feels as though Spirit is saying that now's the time to make a judgment call on what it is that you truly want. And that's the path that you need to be on, with no equivocations, no excuses, no if this is what you want, then stay on that path and do not deviate for anything or anybody else. And Spirit saying that make sure that you stay grounded in what it is that you want. Make sure that you feel balanced. When you think about the things in a relationship that you are looking for, they should make you feel good, right? They shouldn't make you feel anxious. They shouldn't make you feel nervous or worried. It should be a very nice, even feeling. Yes, this is what's going to serve me. Spirit is saying, keep your balance. Don't sort of swing one extreme or the other. Don't get in your head too much. Don't be reckless. This is Spirit saying, move forward being smart. Use your discernment. Make good decisions. That's pretty much all you need to do. Now, looking at your potential outcome, we have the Sun in reverse. Let's see if we can clarify that a little bit further for you. Oh, okay. All right. We have the Tower, and we also have the Ace of Wands. So I think that there's going to be a little bit of a period of quiet for you still going forward. And I feel like this is probably going to last at least through the end of the year, maybe into very, very early next year, January sometime. But it feels as though, Leo, that there is going to be a bit of a spark that ignites for you. There's going to be someone who crosses your path who I think is pretty exciting. It's going to be a new beginning for you. It's going to be something that comes very unexpectedly, but it's going to come as a result of you holding on to your dreams and actually taking steps to put yourself out there in a very sort of moderated and balanced way, there's going to be somebody who crosses your path who is going to represent just someone different, someone refreshing, someone excited that you will have the opportunity to get to know. Is this your forever person? I'm not necessarily thinking that it is, but I do think this is somebody who is going to allow you to be more open, who is going to allow you to kind of show your real self, to be able to get to know someone, to sort of practice. I know that that sounds terrible, but you know, I know that they don't want to be like a test dummy, but you know, it'll help you get back out there. So not a bad thing. So the final card that we have for you, Leo, transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. So again, I think that this is you making sure that you are solid in what it is that you want and your path forward. So this is not you sort of giving up. This is not you not taking any steps forward. This is you removing any restrictions that you may have, any self-imposed limitations that you may be feeling when it comes to relationships. And this is you finding your balance and moving forward so you can take advantage of this opportunity. More than anything, Leo singles, I feel like this is just a shift in mindset for you that's going to serve you well. It's going to bring in the ability for you to meet new people, to experience them, and then decide whether or not you want to keep them around. So Leo singles, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that it was helpful, but let's jump over to our Leo not so singles and see what's going on with them. All right, Leos who are thinking about dealing with, entertaining, considering someone else, this spread is for you. Let's jump right in and pull some oracle cards to see what energy is surrounding this reading for you right now. And the first one out that we have is unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And then we also have the situation will improve. Okay, Leos who are dealing with folks, there seems to be an energy where one person does not feel as though the other person is particularly interested in them. That the energy that they are giving out is not being given to them. It feels like a very one-way street. It feels like a very, very heavy energy. And what we have as far as what Spirit is saying around this, the situation will improve. And so even though things feel very difficult right now, even though things feel very challenging, there is a path forward, and that path forward is better than the one that you've been on right now. So let's dig into some tarot and see whether or not the situation will improve with the person or without them. So let's first pull a card and see what the status of this relationship is between Leo and their person. What's their relationship looking like right now? We have the King of Swords. This is a very cold, this is a very cutting, very blunt energy. I feel a little bit of heaviness in my chest right now. So it feels as though, Leo, in this relationship, there may have been an exchange of words that was not the most pleasant. There may have been some very harsh conversations that you all have had. Somebody might have gone cold on you. They may have sort of iced you out, is what I just heard. So this basically, in a nutshell, Leo, this is not a very pleasant energy for a relationship. So it doesn't seem as though you and this person are in a particularly good place right now. So let's see the energy that you're bringing to things. Oh, heavens. We have the Three of Swords. That's disappointment. That's heartbreak. That's just, when it comes to love and romance, these are not the feels that you want to have. And this is how you're showing up. You're showing up as somebody who is devastated, somebody who's incredibly hurt by what's gone on with this other person. What energy are they bringing to the table? We have the Page of Cups. A little offer, little apology, a little regret. So while you're very hurt, I think that they recognize that. And I think that they are sorry for whatever they did, however they treated you. Now, whether or not they've actually come forward to express that, I don't know that they have. Let's see. Let's see what other energy. The Two of Swords in reverse. I don't think that they have yet. I think that they've made the decision that they are sorry, that they do want to offer up an apology. But I think that they're just sort of now starting to figure out how to do that. How they can move forward with at least a little something to acknowledge that I'm sorry, I'm like so at a loss for words right now. I feel like this person just, they don't know what to say. Like they know that they should say something, but they don't know how to do it. They don't know when to do it. They just don't know shit right now, honestly, Leo. Looking at the potential for this relationship, we have the Magician, and we also have the Death card. So this is interesting because Death is a card of transformation, right? It's the ending of something and the beginning of something else. And the Magician is manifestation. This is bringing all of your gifts, all of your energies together and manifesting. We have this in reverse, but we also have a transformation here. So let's see if we can clarify this relationship. All right. Wow. The Three of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. So Leo, it feels as though there is potential for this to be a very solid partnership going forward. I think that this person, in this context, I think that this person is going to have to sort of let go of any notion that they can sort of scooch their way, finesse their way out of this. They're going to have to approach this head on. They're going to have to be the one to come to you and make things right. So if they do this, then, which, I think they know that they need to. If they do this, it looks like you all do have the opportunity to fix things up, to make things better. And we'll have an improvement in the situation that you all are in right now. But they're going to have to be the ones to sort of take that first step. So looking at any lessons that are learned from this, lessons that might be learned, we have the Five of Wands. The Three of Wands. So this, I think, is a little bit of an exercise in patience and waiting for the other person to come around, as opposed to you trying to carry their load for them, trying to carry what they know they should be doing. So I think that this is Spirit saying, be patient, because it's going to come. This person knows that this is something that they need to do. So there's nothing to be done on your end. Even if you want to sort of try and fix things, that might be your nature. This is Spirit saying, nope, sit this one out. This one's not on you. It's on the other person. So let them come to you. And then, okay, anything that's sort of hidden from you right now currently. I think that this person is going to be a little bit quiet, right? But I think you know that. that they're not going to speak up immediately. It feels like there's a little bit of pride in their way. There's a little bit of stubbornness. There's some refusal to accept responsibility right now. But I do think that this person is going to come around. It's a matter of them being stubborn. It's a matter of pride. I know that it's irritating. And again, it's entirely up to you on whether or not you want to wait for this person to get their shit together. If you don't, nobody would fault you for it. I know I certainly wouldn't. But, just something to think about. Let's pull one last oracle card, and these are the hardest cards to pull, just to see what your final message is from Spirit. And what we have is twin flames. Your passion ignites. So y'all know me. I'm not a fan of the twin flame journey. I think that shit's toxic as all hell. I think that, you don't gain a whole lot for the issues that you have with twin flames, if you even have one. Everybody doesn't. But anyway, it's not the beautiful journey that people make it out to be. So I'm going to take this last message. Your passion ignites. So again, I think that when this person comes forward, if you give them the opportunity to make up for the wrong that they've done. And let me be clear, these are like minor wrongs. These are not like, oh yeah, I had a baby with your brother or your sister. Like, that's not, I mean, if you want to forgive something like that, that's fine. No judgment. But I'm not talking about big things like that. I'm not talking about just out and out disrespect. I'm talking about like you wanted a Snickers from the store and they got you a payday. Like, I'm talking about that type of thing. So if you forgive them for their malfeasance and let them make it up to you, then I think that there's a good spark here, right? Things will get better. Communication will get better. This foundation will get stronger. And I think that you all will have a newfound appreciation for each other. But that's only if you want this to happen. Choice is entirely up to you, because I feel like right now it's probably a little bit rough. So I'm going to leave it there for my not single Leos. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.